Born Queens and Gentle Xenos. Coming to you live from Rick Priestley's palatial mansion. This is the #1 Xenos shit show on the internet, the Creature Conference. And here is your host, Mr. Ping.
Hello and welcome to this, the #1 tier shit show on the internet. I am your host, Modern Synthesist, otherwise known as Mr. Pink. And I am glad to be back for this Creature Conference. My schedule has been a mess. Other folks' schedules have been busy, but not quite as messy as mine. So I'm so glad that we're back tonight doing this stream thing. And I'm so hard to have... Oh my god! I'm so glad Tom Wilson has been firing some Slaaneshi shots in the initial Slaaneshi shots in the chat. And apparently they had an effect. I am so glad to have both of my Creature Conference buddies here. Flynnhammer. Hello, Flynnhammer.
Hello.
Hello. And Hydra. Hello, Hydra.
Good evening.
Good evening. Yeah, this is the Creature Conference where we talk about random hobby stuff. It used to be just Tyranids, and now it's all kinds of stuff. Monsters. We love monsters. Sorry, hold on. It dropped a bit on the floor and my dog was like, food? I'm like, I gotta save that. Yeah, so we're talking all kinds of hobby stuff. It can be Games Workshop, it can be other stuff. But the first most important thing is to let everyone know where we're coming to them live from this week. And every week we come to you live from a different part of Rick Priestley's palatial mansion. So Hydra, why don't you do the honors? What part of Rick Priestley's mansion are we coming to people live from this week?
I'm not sure if we ever had the joy of streaming live from Rick Priestley's very well-equipped photo studio.
Oh, that's cool. I like it. Oh, wait, do you have video up? I only have one screen right now. Oh, you do have video up. Okay, let me get your video up.
Yeah.
That was my hint, I guess, to... Okay, let's see. This is all complicated because I am... oh, actually, let's see if I can do this and not break things. I'm going to turn this video off. I'm going to try to turn another video on.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Uh-oh is right. I might break things. Let's see. Hopefully it'll be worth it. Video capture device.
If you're new here, you can tell we haven't streamed for some time.
If I break it, I can... There we go. Hi! Okay, wait. Let's see. There we go. So, I do not have my full setup because I am coming to you live from an actual cabin out in the wilderness, not just Rick Priestley's cabin. I don't know if you can see Ripley there, staring at the screen, wanting to jump in the water. That's all he ever wants to do. So, yeah, I'm a little slow because...
Oh, well, there you are.
There I am. Okay, let's get this out of here. Nobody wants to see my... Delete. Yes, delete this video capture device.
Oh, Jesus, this brings back fun memories.
Yeah, Hydra's actually been to this place.
More than once.
More than once?
Yeah.
What?
Remember us... no,
Oh,
Jesus, we didn't...
Did we go during my wedding? I don't think we did.
I don't know, no. I thought we were there with...
Marco?
With Mark.
No, that was the weird haunted cabin.
Right.
That was when I took you
Why
guys...
do I think I've been there twice? I don't know.
Well, okay, you know why? Because when we were at the weird haunted cabin, there was also a screened-in porch. So I think that's why. Because you, me, and Marco sat on the screened-in porch, and we made miniatures for my oh god, what the hell? What's going on here? We made miniatures for Games Day Canada.
Yeah. Yeah, we did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is one possible reason. The other is that my brain's fucked.
That could be it too. So do you want to take a lead on how you're doing?
Yeah, sure. Work sucks. I think that's something we can all agree on, but my work has been a royal pain in the ass for the last 3 weeks, I would say.
God, I'm
maybe
sorry.
even more. The reason for that is complicated. No, it's not really complicated. It's sort of long and boring.
Yeah.
But it has to do something with the person I'm working with and the system I'm working in, and stuff like that can get tiresome and frustrating. And yeah, as systems tend to, they usually don't take individual needs into consideration.
Yeah.
Long story short, I'm living work-wise in a wild mix of weird emotions. I would say disappointment, the I thought about how to describe it in English before, and I have lost my words.
Give me that one special German word that we don't have in English that perfectly encapsulates it.
No. Oh, there it is. Betrayal.
Oh,
Betrayal
gotcha.
is one of the major feelings, or the feeling of being betrayed, backstabbed, to a point where I would say we're quite ticking some boxes which are considered mobbing.
Bullying?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's the English term, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my life right now. It's going to change, so it's going to be different. My work will change after the summer, and
Like you're gonna get a different class, or you're gonna be at a different school?
I will be in a different class.
Okay.
I will be the tutor of a different class.
And a different colleague?
Oh.
With a different colleague, yes.
Good.
And yeah, that's good. But the way there has been tiresome, painful, and humiliating.
That sucks, man. I'm
Wow.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm kind of working through all that and trying to have an eye out for my students. And today I had to tell them that I'm going to, quotation marks, leave them. And you always have to take into consideration that there, in every class, kids are having probably pretty recently the experience of loss.
Yeah.
Like one parent has been leaving the family.
Yeah.
And yeah, that always kind of triggers or can trigger those things. But yeah, it's not it's not my decision. It's not my wish to leave the class. Au contraire, I would say I have definitely expressed that I would like to stay in the class, but yeah, there are schemes and mechanisms and relationships behind the screen that are playing against me, and yeah, that's it. I'm pretty happy that this thing is mainly solved now. Today I had kind of one chapter closing off. When the school year ends, that will be my final closing of this chapter, and then I will be done with a set of persons that can from that point on do their stuff, and I can do mine. And
when does your school year end? Because today is the last day of the Canadian school. Well, I would say the Ontarian school year.
We have 2 more weeks. No,
2 more weeks.
Yeah, 2 more weeks. Yes.
I don't know how you're going to survive because our students are roasting in their classroom. I don't know how your students.
We are roasting as well.
Yeah.
But you know, there are two things to look at this, and my headmaster decides to stay in her fairly cool bureau and say, "Well, I don't know what you're talking about. You know, it's wrong, but
Oh,
not
God.
here." Yeah, and the explanation most of the time is that we have something in Germany called full day school, where the schools are doomed to entertain the kids until a certain time.
Yeah.
They cannot be sent home earlier because the parents obviously have to work.
Yeah.
And so we have to stay in school and see that we're collectively roasting. So yeah.
Gross.
Will be especially very funny next week because next week will be an exception because there's a heat wave rolling in over Germany, and it is announced that we will have temperatures over 35 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
And so my school has in advance. So you cannot decide, oh, today's hot and everyone leaves for home. But if it is clear in a couple of days in advance that there will be hot days coming, apparently this is the new thing that the school can then decide to tell everyone, hey, you are going to go home early that day.
Good.
So the parents have time to kind of, cope with that.
Yeah.
And so we will have that on Monday and on Tuesday. But what happened now is that this heat wave has changed its schedule by a day. So we will have 28 on Monday, and on Tuesday we will have 33, and the 35 have moved from Tuesday to Wednesday, and it will be interesting to see what will happen on Wednesday then.
So the schools have been like, we have already decided the dates. They cannot be changed.
Yes, the weather has to stick to our schedule.
This weather is not efficient.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's we will see how that will go. But the downside of all this is that on Monday would have been the last meeting of my fantastic Miniature Worlds Club.
Oh yeah.
And that's going to be roasted. And that's pretty sad that we don't have a proper close off because the week after that is the last school week and no clubs then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that feels in Germany we would say leaving the fork stuck in the pig.
Oh, that's interesting. I've never heard that expression before.
Yeah, that means that you have undealt business.
Oh, unfinished business. Oh, gotcha.
Unfinished business, yes. Yeah, that's weird and sad, but on the other side, when it's cooking hot, I don't mind going home early.
Okay, good. Flynn, how about you? How are you doing?
Melting here in the UK. It is absolutely just baking. Just sitting here, I've just got a fan going next to me. I'm just that hot. No, it's not been too bad for me. Not really had much hobby time because it's just too hot to do much.
Yeah.
But that's only been the last week or two. But I have got a bit more painting done on my Dogs of War units, and I've actually gone on a bit of a terrain shopping spree a bit more.
A what?
So I think
spree?
since the terrain shopping spree.
Yeah.
So I've now got a full set of Wall of Martyrs trenches, and like the other bits that there's. Oh, but I've even now got the big strong point, the Aquila strong point. That's the big gun on it.
Oh,
where you can take it off and have the missile pod bits to it. So I've got one of those. And I've also got one of the old Mighty Empires castle walls, the complete set.
Ooh.
With a siege tower. But the doors, there's a bit of breakage to the doors, but like you can have them hang off. But it's like the plastic one, so it's not like the styrofoam one, which comes up a lot more. It's actually the plastic one is painted, so I've got better backdrops when I get more photos done. And I got some siege stuff as well for it as well, so it's quite sweet. At some point, I can play a game on like an old siege battle, which is something I want to do.
Sweet. Congratulations.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Today I discovered a little company. What was it called? Red Bard Miniatures on Instagram, and they are doing wonderful old hammer sculpts.
Red Bard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
Let me do
them,
a
Flynn?
search. No,
Sorry?
I don't know. I need to have a look because I've seen like a fair few like Instagram, not Instagram, Kickstarter ones where they do a lot of these sort of old hammer style. Oh, I have seen these. I was looking at these earlier because they've got like they do. I've seen a lot of them. I've been so tempted to back them quite a few times. They do like
Good.
great Ogrins. They've done some squats. They've now got some like frogmen in space.
Yes.
They've got yeah.
Jet bikes with frogmans on them. It's hilarious.
Oh, I'm gonna put this in the chat for everyone. They are
Thank you.
really good. If you like the old hammer sculpts, like the 80s, 90s Warhammer, you will love this stuff. So I know, like, if Mama Negan was here, Mama Negan would be loving this stuff.
Yep.
I think because I know Mama Negan likes her old Warhammer.
Yep.
And you can on a few of those pictures they have on Instagram, they show like proper like GW old hammer sculpts. I think if I recall correctly, on one picture they're Ogrins, like those very old Ogrins. And next to them they have placed their own stuff, and it looks so incredibly good.
Good.
Oh yeah,
Like it fits the same aesthetic?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. But it's the way they even do their the Kickstarters, the way they show the models.
Yeah.
They show it in like classic white dwarf and like classic codexes, sort of like color scheme and like layout and everything. I'm just gonna post that in the
Cool.
chat here as well for everyone to see because they've got their Frogman Kickstarter up right now. Oh yeah, these are great. Like they've done quite a few other ones. They're really great. And they do them. I think it's like a. I'm gonna go back to the Kickstarter. I think it's a resin they do it in.
Yep.
Okay.
It's like they do look really good.
So they're cast and not 3D printed?
So material, they're manufacturing 3D printed resin, but they've actually got a picture of them actually bending like one of like the like banner bearers.
Oh
So
yeah.
the actual there's quite a lot of bend in the actual banner, the pole itself. So you've got a bit more to it. But they've got like so much stuff to them that they've done. Like they've done 7 ones, but they've done quite a few like decent ones.
I have a big heart for their undead range because the Black Undead army book was one of my absolutely favorite army books, and they have captured the aesthetic of that army range so well.
Nice.
It looks so cool. Yeah, that really got me. I just had to think about when you told about the old terrain. They have done a great job capturing this old terrain design and putting it in the background of their pictures.
Or like the old cardboard huts and stuff?
Yep, but good,
Yep.
good ones. Not oh, this is plainly cardboard, but yeah, like you would have seen in the White Dwarf.
Cool.
Yeah, I just want to check something, but see if you can actually go to their website and you can buy the old stuff as well.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Hopefully.
Oh wait.
Versus,
Well, you
like,
can go and buy the
Kickstarter only.
fragment directly from them right now. I'm just
Can?
trying to see if they've got. Yeah,
Oh, you can or cannot?
some you can. So you can get their ogres, and their ogres do look very much like the old style ogres. Sort of like the ones they brought back as like the Empire ogres and the Badland ogres for the old world. You could
Yeah.
easily get those. The undead, however, they've just got the banner and the grey robbers stuff. They haven't got that whole set for them, unfortunately, on their website. But I'm pretty sure if you message them, they
Simon,
might
I
be
think
able
your
to say what
speakers are
they're
a little
doing.
high. I'm getting like Flynn's audio like doubling.
Ooh.
Possibly you could turn down your speakers a bit.
Yeah, I'm sorry
I have-
to have dropped this rabbit hole on us.
I'm gonna just share it because obviously you can't get the old.
Listen, this is nothing if not rabbit holes. So if it's not this rabbit hole, it'll be enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
Oh, I
Flynn's
already had
enjoying
another
it.
rabbit hole planned. Because I've ordered. I got managed to order the. What do you call it? The Kill Team Typhon, the full
Typhon, yeah.
box. And I'm not gonna like. I got a notification of, oh, it's gonna get delivered tomorrow. I'm like, I'm not home tomorrow. I can't be here to collect it. I can't play with my new toys until
Uh-oh.
Monday when it gets when they'll deliver it again. So everyone else will be getting like the whole bit of they can play with their toys. I can't play with my toys yet.
That's too bad. I did not order it. I had a friend say like, "Hey, you want to split it with me?" And I'm like, "No, I think I'm good right now." I'm in like a weird space where like I'm not. I used to be super dialed in on like Games Workshop releases and like articles on Warhammer community and shit like that, and I've just tried to like dial it back. Um, I feel like it's kind of linked to like being on Instagram less. Just I don't know, when Meta started going the way they were going with like the, oh, we support free speech so long as you're not like a member of like a marginalized group. I was just kind of like, well, maybe I don't need to use Instagram quite as much as I used to. I don't like go on there as like I go on sometimes, but like I don't check it as much. And because of that, I'm like totally out of the loop on Games Workshop. I didn't really know Typhon was coming out until you guys posted about it on the Discord. And I'm like, I was trying to tidy up my studio, and that involved like trying to get some of my models out of my studio and into like storage. And I didn't realize how many new Tyranids I bought. I got a lot. Like, I've got 2 to 3 Death Leapers, 3 or 4 Lictors, 2 or 3 Biovores, like new in box, unassembled. So I'm thinking I need to like move some of that because
a Hydra Jordan box.
yeah, I got a Hydra duel. Well, that's what I like. I'm trying to focus more on like the projects I've already started. So
Yeah, as I did do
hence
that.
why I'm back at this Screamer Killer dude that I started a long time ago. This was actually a commission for a dude. I haven't heard from this guy in a long time, so hope he's okay, but I keep emailing him. Hasn't responded yet. So I've been looking for other homes for this guy. If I never hear back from the guy who should have paid me half of the price, but not the full price. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, I want to get some old stuff finished and off my plate before cracking in it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got a commission I own Flynnhammer, I got a commission I own Darth Bob, like this stuff needs to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you are talking about.
Feeling a little bit of that?
Couldn't be gluing pearls to crabs.
But why are you gluing pearls to crabs?
Why not?
Well,
I'm just curious.
I have talked about this previously here. I have been hacking away on my own little game, and that's my main hobby. The main hobby thing I've been doing these past weeks because I was pretty good at getting some hobby time in the evening, but for because adult stuff is happening all the time. I apparently cannot get this done anymore. So the evenings are kind of off. So I'm taking my stuff to work and try to get my lunch breaks. Get in my lunch breaks time to sculpt. But the most hobby stuff I've been doing recently has been drawing. Funnily, and so I've been drawing the stuff for Omentide.
That's a good name. Did you tell us the name before?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know if you did.
So yeah, Omentide. That's what I'm hacking away on, and we have been in the alpha testing phase for a few weeks now, and we are very close to releasing the beta, and that's the point where we want to go public with that project and invite people to come over on the Discord and check out the rules and all that. But I feel like it started as, hey, it would be cool if we have some little art pieces in there to kind of set the mood. And then it has devolved into, okay, we need this now and we need that now. And this has been very fun in the beginning. But the larger the pictures... Yeah, it almost feels like it. Where I look at... So the last piece is the one that tries to sell the game. So we want, I tried to think it from the way how someone would approach this rule set without knowing anything about it. Maybe seeing someone bash miniatures for that on Instagram and saying, "Hey, yeah, just go and check out those rules." Downloads the PDF and then has a look at it. And I think what quite a few other very interesting and great games kind of lack is a good pitch at the beginning.
Yeah.
It kind of sells the game to the reader in one page, or in two. And you have to kind of dig into the rules and see why it's great and all that. When I take Necropolis, for example, that has now amazingly good art in it, and it's just worth reading the rulebook just for the art because it's beautiful. But when I got into Necropolis, I had to kind of dive in and find out myself. And I felt like we needed to make it easier for someone who's interested to understand what this is about. And of course, text is always good, but we all like eye candy, and so I made this picture where I kind of try to show what this game is about. And this has been, that I started. All the others before have been like, hey, yeah, I just start to draw something. And this has been, okay, I want to compose this picture. I want to make this engaging and interesting, and trying to put all the art brains that I have, all the art theory that I have into this. And this has turned it at some point into... yeah, maybe I'm a little overthinking this. Maybe I should just, hack away at this. And yeah. Anyway, long story short, this is finished. I finished this today.
Congratulations!
Yay!
Yeah, thank you. And I also got my lovely wife, who has nothing to do with tabletop, into something that she can now add to her bio. If ever need be, she can add being a hand model, a tabletop hand model.
Oh, that's why you said we're coming to people live from Rick Priestley's photo studio, because you were doing photos with your wife for the game?
Yes, we've turned our living room into a makeshift shitty ass photo studio where I was trying to take pictures of...
Simon, hot tip, all photo studios are makeshift shitty ass. As long as they make good photos, it's fine.
Yeah, we'll have to see if that happened. But my wife volunteered to be playing, pretending to be playing the game, and of course, only our hands are being seen. But she put lots of thought in that, and that was very, very funny and touching to see.
Good.
Okay,
Yeah.
because it's brilliant. The only thing is, as soon as you said hand model, all that came into my head was, but why are male models?
What?
But why male models? I'm gonna see if anyone gets that reference.
Of course, it's from
Guy can't turn left, or is it right?
Zoolander. Was it Zoolander?
Zoolander. Yeah.
Yes.
Because it's the guy with the hand model, and it's everything. My brain instantly just went to that. But why are male models?
Probably the only time I've thought about hand models before was in Zoolander.
Yeah. Tom Wilson just says only hands.
Gross. Tom Wilson is on his Slaneshi streak this evening.
Yeah.
Sounds like
Yeah,
it.
it was.
Should we get into the chat? Or oh wait,
Well,
should I
you
talk about
haven't
what
said
I
anything.
did? What?
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you doing, my friend?
Well, I'm working on this Screamer Killer, but I've not been doing much hobby-wise. I've been on vacation. Nora and I traveled to the not number one western, but far western province of Alberta here in Canada. Sometimes referred to on this stream as the Texas of Canada. We'd never been to Alberta before, but we had the opportunity to go. We took that opportunity, and we were in the city of Edmonton, which is the capital of Alberta, but it's the more progressive. It's kind of like if Austin was the capital of Texas. That's my understanding of Texas. Whereas Austin is like one of the more progressive cities in Texas. Edmonton is one of the more progressive cities in Alberta. In fact, they are the only place in Alberta that elected a left-leaning federal member of parliament in the last federal election. There was one NDP person elected in all of, I think, one in all of Alberta, and it was in Edmonton. So anyway, we were in Edmonton for a few days. People say that Edmonton is not worth it. They're famous for having this giant mall that we did not go to, but we wandered around. We found this really, really cool collectible place at Edmonton called White Knight. White is spelled Whyte, and yeah, it's on this street called White Avenue. I think it's like 86th Street or something. I don't know. Don't quote me on that number. I don't know. But yeah, White Knight, and it was something else. And the guy who runs the place is the guy who was there when we were there. I don't think he owns it, but he was a very interesting fellow. And yeah, so we were in Edmonton for a few days, and then we drove to the Canadian Rockies, which is like our part of the Rocky Mountains. We had never seen the Rocky Mountains before. Everyone talked about how it's a big deal. I wasn't fully prepared for how big a deal it was. It was gorgeous. People may have heard the name Banff or Lake Louise. These are some famous places in the Canadian Rockies, and I'm going to tell you that those are famous places you do not need to go. They're very touristy. They're pretty, but there's prettier places. Like in the area of Lake Louise, there's also a lake called Moraine Lake, which is far more beautiful as far as I'm concerned. And just north of Banff, there's an area called Jasper, which I would say is far more stunning and impressive than Banff. So yeah, it was really cool. Not cheap. It is a very expensive area to stay. We stayed in like crappy motels for like $360 a night, but it was beautiful. It was very beautiful. Worth the trip, definitely. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. And then this weekend is Canada Day. Well, it's Canada Day is on Tuesday. Means that we have a Tuesday off. So though I couldn't get the days off work, I am working from the cottage. And Tom Wilson asked if this is a cottage we own. We do not own this cottage. Very nice people rent it to us. So that's where I am right now, working in one of my favorite places in the world to work. Screened-in porch overlooking a lake.
Ooh.
Oh,
Junestealer,
yes.
if you went to Drumheller and the Dinosaur Museum.
No, we should have. Drumheller is in the south. Edmonton is in like the middle / north of the province. So we were not near Drumheller, but Drumheller is, yes, famous for where they found a lot of dinosaur bones, and there's like a dino museum there. We would have loved to go to Drumheller, but we could not swing it with our itinerary, unfortunately. I don't know. I would love to go back to Alberta just to see more of Jasper, because I'm still recovering from my leg injury, so I couldn't hike quite as well as I normally could. So we kind of missed out on some hiking, like to catch. But the problem is that how we get from the north to the south for Drumheller. We have to figure it.
How is leg doing now?
Leg's doing good. It's still like gradual process, a gradual improvement, but it is doing better. Like I don't know why, but I feel like the trip to Alberta helped. Like we did a lot more walking. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. And there was a part where we were hiking up a glacier, and I'm like, I shouldn't be doing this, but I did it. My leg was in rough shape by the end of it, but I did it. Yeah,
Well.
it's pretty good. Thanks for asking.
That's alright.
I was going to ask you guys if anyone has laid claws on those Raveners yet, because they haven't come in.
No, it's like a delivery day is tomorrow, but also if you go to a Games Workshop store or your local gaming store, they should have them there tomorrow for sale, or purchase or pick up if you pre-ordered. But yeah, it's just like that waiting time for it, because everyone wants the Ravenous more
Really?
than
I figured they'd want the Robot Boys.
Nah, it's the biggest. Auspex Tactics did a survey, and it was a breakdown of what people wanted more out of that preview, and it was the Raveners were the biggest thing out of that preview at Adepticon of what people wanted more than anything.
Oh.
And yeah.
So
and
it will be cheap robots on eBay soon?
Yes, there you go.
I think, yes, there will be cheap robots on eBay.
Yes.
For an hour.
Damn it.
And then it will all just rack up in price.
That's how it works?
Because people were selling them at about 40, 50 odd quid. Getting them at, I think, 25, 30 quid will be a good deal, because they will then end up going on sale by Games Workshop in about 3 to 4 months as the kit on their own, the box on their own, for about 35 to 40 odd pounds, based on just like what the other kill teams go for.
You know what? You know what I will do?
What?
I will get the North Star servitors and screw GW.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I know.
It was very Simon.
Yes. Look at me, not buying all the GW stuff.
Hey, I'm right there with you. I haven't bought some GW in a while.
Part of the reason I only bought the Typhon box was I know for the terrain alone and just the Tyranid kill team was already going to be way more than 100 quid if I was to get them together. So it just made sense to get that box.
How much is that box?
The box was 100 quid. So if you go to a friendly local gaming store with a 20% discount, you got it for 80 quid. Not bad, I'd say, because you're getting basically the price of two kill teams for that price, and you're getting all that terrain basically for free on all the other spools or whatever. But apparently, it's not even just that, because you're getting a box of Hormigants and a Mechanicus character model, all of that in there as well. So you're already saving money in that box. Was like a really good thing, I think, about that box. If it was just like, here's the Ravenous versus the servitors, I don't think I would have gone for it. But because there was the Hormagaunts and the other stuff, it made more sense to go for it that time.
Cool. Yep.
Yeah.
I will just run and grab a lighter.
Go for it.
Yeah. Tom Wilson goes, I haven't bought any GW for at least 2 weeks.
Hey, man. Victory is a victory.
Yeah.
Or is he mocking me? I don't think I bought Jim W.
I think more like me, because I have bought GW, but I haven't bought it from GW.
You mean you're not
Because
collecting
I
the
bought
coins
a lot-
anymore, Flynn? That's how they had you hook, line, and sinker for a while.
Oh no, I'm getting old school miniatures, so I have to go to eBay.
And I'm back.
But
Welcome back.
the main thing I'm going to be using from GW to get the bloody coins.
Stop buying the coins, Flynn.
paint
It's a trap. Racket.
But if I need sprays, if I need paints of that
Jesus,
specific
don't buy
brand,
those. Don't buy those spray paints. They are not as good as you think.
Thank you.
oh, I know they're not as good. It's just there's the other ones around me. It just costs too much more to
What?
get them.
More than Games Workshop? What do you mean? How's that
No,
possible?
as in because in the UK you can't just put aerosols in the post. It's got to be done by special couriers that are able to do it, and so they have a higher fee for posting on it.
So just buy them
So
from a friendly local gaming store. You live in London.
That's also
Don't give me this
that's
shit.
also the problem.
Don't give me this
These
shit.
friendly local gaming stores are not very easy to find.
In London, England.
Yeah. Yes, in London, England, they aren't very easy to find because they're all corporate ones. So there's ones called like Dark Sphere, which is another corporate game. I'm just trying to think of what the like equivalent in America would be.
Hobby Lobby.
Like
GameStop.
yeah, sort of like GameStop. They sell like Magic the Gathering. They sell all of those other ones there. But it's like it's a chain. It's lots of them across the country.
Yeah,
It's
so is
not
Games
like
Workshop, dude. If you can get paints
Oh, yeah.
cheaper from these guys than Games Workshop, buy them from these guys.
Quick question.
Yeah, go for it.
How difficult is it to get Vallejo spray paint?
I have no idea where to start to get it. I know you have to like to go to Element Games or something like that to even try, and then you've got the added postage cost on top of it.
There's not an Element Games in London.
No,
Oh wait, I guess
Element Games
mostly online.
is just like yeah.
So you're basically saying that you have to rely on GW for spray paints because they are the only local suppliers?
Like they are the only other place I can go to is Hobbycraft, where they have either the black or white that has just been standing on their shelves, where you don't know what the actual, if anyone's gone in, opened it, touched it, or anything like
Come
that,
on.
and that's
Come
paying the same
on.
full price as Games Workshop charge for their one.
Where
That's
you
the only
don't
thing
know if anyone's gone in and touched it either.
Don't
It's-
touch my pants.
You're making, I don't know, man.
Oh.
I think you're making up some excuses so that you can keep shopping at Games Workshop. Like, if you just want to shop at Games Workshop, you can just say that. But
I
feel
like
when you're
getting the
like-
coins. That's my reason of getting the coins. I spend it on things I will only go to Games Workshop to get. For miniatures, I will always try to go to like one of the online guys who like the Outpost or
wait,
buy
how much,
second-hand miniatures or anything like that.
how much do you have to spend to get one of those coins in Games? Because in Canada, it's like $100.
60 quid. 60 quid.
You buy 60 quid
And-
worth of spray paint every month? That's a lot, man.
That's about 4 cans of sprays.
You're using 4 cans. You don't paint anything. How are you using 4 cans of spray paint a month?
Have you seen his reels? No, you're not on Instagram anymore.
I'm
But
not.
he used like a shit ton of spray paints on his terrain.
Yeah, the board was huge.
Made my
Oh.
eyes bleed, dude. I'm
Dude, you should have
sorry.
gotten that spray paint at a home improvement store.
Oh no, I used Color Forge ones for those ones.
You should have got £2 hobby like department construction store spray paint if you're spray painting a board.
I
You
didn't
are
know
doing
that.
the hobby wrong. Listen to the old man who
No,
tell you how to
seriously,
do the
dude,
hobby
like
properly.
that is a waste of... This reminds
I'll
me of
let you guys scream at your clouds.
This reminds me of the time that I decided to airbrush terrain with contrast paint. It was a mistake. I used a whole container of contrast paint to spray paint to airbrush some terrain. I'm like, never again. Then I went and bought some Dale Rowney acrylic inks for probably cost as much as contrast for like 4, 5, 6 times as much paint that has way more pigment in it. I can spray paint terrain with Dale Rowney acrylic ink for the rest of my life and probably never run out.
Yeah.
Stop buying spray paint at Games Workshop. Especially if you're painting a board.
Oh, I'm not going to be painting a board for a very long time.
Hey.
But it was
Just looking out for your finances,
one of those,
buddy.
like, oh yeah, my finances will end up going mainly on Warhammer stuff anyway. It ends up, but it's just the second-hand stuff is expensive.
Well, the benefit is you
Rare.
don't have a family to feed, so no one's suffering aside from your pocket money.
Addiction.
So only you are the one suffering with ramen every night. Instant ramen every night.
Yeah. It's not even that. I barely eat as it is anyway. I just don't. When I do eat, I just eat bad.
No money for spray paint.
Yeah. I just like getting the coins anyway. Like, it's my thing.
Like,
I know
you understand
these
the coins
are a thing. I absolutely understand. There was a time when GW in Germany was distributing coins with armies.
Did you give me one? That Tyranid, like I have that
Yes.
Tyranid keychain that you
Yes.
gave me?
Yes.
Nice.
These were limited for I don't know. You had to buy at the day of the release of the army. You had to buy an amount of for X €100.
Oh my god.
So yeah, to get them was really hard. That I
Whoa.
have
How did you get me one?
so many. Huh?
How did you get me one?
I was working for GW, and after 2 months, no one cared for Tyranid anymore.
Oh great. Thank you.
That's why.
Good man.
That's why, at an unnoticed moment, I said, "Okay, I don't think anyone will ever miss those."
Alright.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What's going on in the chat, Flynn?
A lot of chat about friendly local gaming stores. I actually talk about other spray paints. So someone says, "I'm mocking myself. I'm trying not to buy so much GW," and then they release my precious Space Wolves.
Oh right.
Junestealer, I got the old Battle from Macragge Spore Mines and Nid Terrain. They're so cool. Diana says, "Army paint and spray cans match their pots." And also Poundland sell black and white spray paint.
Army Painter is great for color, for the colors.
Yeah.
But I tried their primer, and I was not very excited about the primer.
Yeah, I've used their metallic speed paints, and they're not really contrasty. They are more just like, this is a way, if you can take this straight from the bottle and put it onto your miniatures, and you get a good thin coat, but it doesn't give you. It's not a contrast paint sort of thing.
Hold on a sec. Hydra, tell me more about how you feel about Army Painter primers.
I think they. It's hard to describe, but I felt that that the surface they leave. Well, the primer has two tasks.
Yeah.
So the one task is that it creates a bonding between the model and the applied paint.
Mhm.
So that's the first thing. So a primer should stick to a model better than acrylic paints.
Yep.
And that it did okay. I didn't have any flaking off or anything, any issues with that. But the other thing a primer should do is give the paint you want to apply a texture to grip onto.
Yes.
And that's what primer is. I think where primer separates from good to bad, or you can have trouble with primers if the texture the primer creates is too rough, then detail is lost and it looks like you get those frosting. But with the army painter, at least the way I tend to paint is with very thin down paints. And therefore I rely, well, when you thin down your paints, they lose their grip. And the army painter surface did not give my paints enough texture to grip to. So it was very, it almost looked like polished.
Oh, okay.
And that was where I said, well, I'm down with that. Oh, Tom Wilson says I got spray paint from Wayland Games once that melted plastic. That sounds pretty awesome. That looks like a prime product for your Nurgle army.
There you go.
Except if you spent £100 on a model and it's then melted your model, we wouldn't want that.
So what you do is you spend 20 quid on some crappy 3D prints, spray them with the spray paint, and then who knows what the heck they were. You'll never get questioned at Games Workshop as to whether it's a Games Workshop model because it's melted.
Yeah. Other guys have said like Poundland and like Wilco's here in the UK. I've used those before. The models I let them dry. They were then sticky.
Gross.
A year later, so I had to strip them. The primer was still sticky.
Do you guys have the Action Market? This cheapo chain from the Netherlands?
For that.
Is it? Well, our budget sort of places like Poundland or Wilco's, but Wilco's has been shut down. Poundland is close to being shut down. It's just been bought out by somebody else, but it's shut down a lot of different. But it's like they sell like the cheap stuff, but they also do sell some branded items as well. If that's what you're sort of referring to.
No, I'm referring to the company Action Market.
No, I've never heard of Action Markets. I'm trying to think of something similar to it.
Because they have it's a cheapo company from the Netherlands, and they have been slowly evading all the surrounding countries.
Evading what?
And
invading.
Yeah, invading. Yeah, they're slowly growing and growing and growing. But nowadays they they almost are available all over Germany, and they have pretty decent spray paints, as I have heard. A bunch of my mega potato friends have switched completely to their spray paint primers, which are €3 a can.
How big's a can?
Huh?
How big's the can?
A regular size can.
Oh, that's really good then.
Yes. So
really
yeah, good. The primer thing is solved for them forever now. I'm happy with Vallejo stuff because I found it's working for me and I'm sticking with that. But the other guys are very excited about that.
Yeah, it's also like if you've started an army and you've painted it a certain way,
Yeah, you don't switch
really want to
midway to
change.
something else.
But if
Yeah,
it's
you don't
white or
wanna change
black
the
spray
paint.
primer, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, unless it doesn't work, it doesn't matter. You can prime your army with whatever you want, and the color will still be the same. If you're using like spray
That's
cans
for
to
sure.
paint your army, that's one thing. But
Yep.
So it's
That-
like, because I know, like, you can use, like, I was using at one point, like, the Caliban Green by GW while they made it for the undercoat. I know my brother has used the McCrag Blue spray paint for his Ultramarines to get them as a base coat, then he can work up from there as the primer paint. So it's if you take away that color, you've got to go, okay, what am I going to do
there's
to
gonna
get
be
that same?
something. There's gonna be, you can't get the same, but there's gonna be something that's close. Like, I don't know, maybe
Oh, it's
I'm just
color.
not particular enough, but when I paint my Tyranids, I vary the way I paint and the colors I use. Like, the pinks on my Tyranids just keep changing. And I don't know, man. Maybe it's because they're Tyranids and maybe because they're organic and like a little variation is helpful. But I think people who, like, if a paint goes out of style, they're like, oh my God, I'm finished. I can never paint again because this one paint is not available. It's just an inspiration to try something new. And it might be better.
Some people are very much like that. They're like, cool, this paint is no longer made, I'm not using it. And others are like, no.
Sounds
Like,
like someone
for
who doesn't
example,
want
like
to paint.
I can see you are sculpting with one of bits of boxes, mold.
Your fan is
sort of
getting a
thing.
little weird. We're getting some.
Yeah, that's the fan. That is the fan.
Can you like? So can you point it like above your
I've
head
just
or like
pointed
off
away.
the wall or something?
I've just
Electro-
pointed it away a bit.
Electro Dust Bunny is asking if anyone is doing fireworks soon. I'm wondering what kind of
July
fireworks he's
5th,
referring.
July 4th, America
Oh,
Birth
shit.
Day. Canada Day, there's supposed to be fireworks. Maybe I'll see some up here. I don't know. Canada Day is a Tuesday. We're probably going to leave here on the Tuesday. So I don't know. Maybe we'll do stuff Monday night.
July 4th, you mean Traitor Day?
Sure, whatever. I'm talking about July 1. July 1 is Canada Day.
No, that's the right one. It's the July 4th is the Traitor Day.
Well, apparently Trump has just called off all negotiations with Canada about trade, so he doesn't like us anymore. So we didn't like that guy anyway, but screw that guy.
Toys Pram Taco time?
What?
Oh, do you not know about Taco?
What?
Oh, it's an acronym for Trump.
What?
It's Taco, so TACO.
Trump
Trump
actually
always
cares.
No, it's Trump always chickens out.
Okay, well, we'll see.
He hates being called Taco as well. It's brilliant.
Okay, that's a bit funny.
Feels like an insult to tacos. I love tacos.
Yeah.
Well, I'm fine with insulting tacos. There are not many tacos in places in Germany.
I'm sad for you.
Yeah, probably. But we have other good stuff, like,
Good.
I don't know, bread. We have bread and drums.
Pretzels and kebabs.
Only drums we have.
Turkish food. You got Turkish food.
Yeah. We have all kinds of food.
And
Got
isn't like
Oktoberfest starting in a few months.
Dusseldorf like weirdly Japanese or something?
It's Japanese, yes. It's the largest Japanese Buddhistic community outside Japan.
Oh.
I think I don't please don't quote me, but I feel like someone once said like there are lots of Japanese people in Japan and in Düsseldorf.
Wow, okay.
And it's huge. We have the Japan Day in Düsseldorf where
That sounds fun.
where they kind of have a fun little day with all the dudes dressing up as their favorite manga. No, it is a big celebration, and they have fireworks and all that, and
Cool.
that's pretty cool.
Oh my god. What were you gonna say, Flynn, about Bits of Box sculpted Screamer Killer Talons?
That you're using one of those right now?
Yeah, sad story about these. So I have the original of this somewhere. I don't know where. It's
Oh
lost
Jesus!
in the studio. So I sent these casts to Between the Bolter and Me to do recasts of the cast, and turn out great. But I've got some of those, and I was going to offer them to
Turned
people,
out
but I kind
it,
of forgot.
or it did not turn out great.
What?
It did or did not turn out great.
Sorry, it did not turn out great.
Oh,
It was a little bubbly,
why?
a little wonky. I think there's still something that I could like share with people if they want them, but they just have to know that it's like a garage kit. It's not. It might need a little bit of repair work, basically.
Oh wow.
It's because it's a
Still
cast of a
look good.
cast. Like I'm sure you've tried that before, Simon.
Nope.
I have.
How did it go?
Yeah, it's like you have to, like, once you've got the mold, you do your first pour. You then have to kind of correct the mold itself a bit more, but in a way that it doesn't affect like the shape the mold has taken. It's just like you can get the air out a bit more. It's really tricky to do, and it's
But
just
if you
like
want me,
working out how to do it.
if you
So
want me
Simon,
to try, I could. You can send me a bunch of those claws over,
gotta figure
and
out
I
how
can.
many more of the originals I have left.
Yeah, I can see if some probably the casting process has sucked a little bit on the contours, and I would say possibly the contrast. I would assume if it was a painting.
No, it wasn't painted.
Uh,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I know.
You're describing. Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe a little bit of rework would be necessary, but I could definitely take a shot at casting them without bubbles.
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 Just now thinking of that
Flynnhammer, you
Finding
want to talk
Nemo
about
shrimp.
Junestealer a bit? Because
Yeah.
I didn't know if we were going to do an update. I didn't ask you to prepare an update, so we're not doing an update. Well, we're not doing like a thing where we go through every models. Anything you wanted to
I thought
say?
Yeah, so we're coming close to the end of Junestealer. There are a few more days left to go. We have got the prizes from Fenris Workshop sorted out, but they're not all there yet. But they are. We have got them all sorted out. So there are 2 different paint sets. I'm just actually making sure I'm actually reading out the exact prizes for what they are. So they've actually got their Fenris brush soap and their own paintbrushes.
But
They
wait, their
also,
own paintbrushes are Kolinsky Sable, right? They're not just like
yeah,
synthetic whatever.
they're Kolinsky hairbrushes. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the important part.
they've got their brush soap. You're going is like the Cosmic Paint Set number 1 and the Cosmic Paint Set number 2. There are 2 different paint sets,
From
and just some display
not
plinths.
AK, sorry, from Monument Hobbies.
Monument from Monument Hobbies. Yeah, their Pro Acryl Amp Colors
Yeah,
range.
so these are the new paint sets that Monument launched at Adepticon, I believe. The Cosmic paint sets. So brand new Monument paints. I love Monument paints. I'm so excited that they were willing to give Pro Acryl Monument paints as the prize. And if you've never used Pro Acryl before, it's basically how all paints should be packaged. It's like it's a dropper top. The top screws shut. Like there's an applicator kind of thing that opens and closes. You don't have to actually take the cap off. They all come loaded with a agitator. Like literally, Monument packages paints the way that everyone should package paints. So I love them for that. And the paints are like very good coverage. I've not used the Cosmic ones, but I've used their like normal Pro Acryl, and they're the only paints I want to use. Like I basically try to replace all my other paints with Monument because they're just so convenient.
Yeah,
Anyway,
me
Now,
too.
yeah,
you've
obviously
tried
you've
them,
got other
Simon?
creators.
Yeah, I got a bunch of them.
Oh, good.
and yeah, I felt for the hype, and I think they're pretty cool. I like the as you said the dropper bottle, but I also think they're as you said the coverage and the viscosity and everything is pretty cool, and the pigmentation is very good.
Yeah. Right, Flynn, what were you getting to?
I was just saying about like obviously like Procreate, they've worked with other big creators that are big painters as well. So you've got like Louise, so Sughammer, Savage Orc Guy, she's done it. There's other ones that they've worked with as well to create their own sort of paint ranges. So it is like recommended by others that do actually use it themselves.
But those are
good
just
ranges.
kind of, I don't know. They're just kind of endorsements. But yeah, okay. I guess people would not be endorsing them if they didn't believe in it. I would endorse. I'd be happy to endorse Monument Hobbies.
Yeah.
Thanks. Or whatever. Eons, that's what I'm into.
Yeah. So with Junestealer, as I said, there is still time left. I've even posted on Reddit about this as well because I was just going through the Junestealer cult subreddit, and there were so many people creating work that fit the Brood Brothers theme.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, well, obviously not everyone's going to see the posts, etc. So I just shared it there, and there's been a bit more people biting. So, but if you do see any posts on Instagram, even if they've not tagged Junestealer, just tag Warp Shadow in the post, or even just me in the post, so I can see it and I can add it into the list. Because it's just sometimes it is the algorithm doesn't want to share it, and it's not going to be beneficial for everyone. It's like we want to grow because it's more of a community event than anything. So if you see anything that looks really cool for like a Junestealer cult, stuff for that, like if it fits the theme, even better. But if it doesn't, it's all right. But if you see that really fits it, let us know, and then put it there and share it out with everyone else as well.
Cool.
Yep.
Thanks, Flynn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have said this before. I am always remiss on Junestealer. For some reason, Nora and I used to always travel in like August, but the last couple of years we've always had trips in June. So I'm terrible at this, but I'm so happy to see all the cool stuff that other people are posting. I've seen some really cool stuff shared and like reshared on the Discord. So thank you all for your cool work. And I'm glad that, thank you, Fenris, for agreeing to give us some prizes for this. And thank you, Flynnhammer, for coordinating with Fenris on that.
Yeah. It's been all right. Sorting everything out. It's just obviously everyone's working on so many different things, just trying to get things sorted out. But yeah, that's what happens.
So maybe on our next Creature Conference stream, we can like review the Junestealer winners or pick the winners and review entries and stuff like that. How does that sound, Flynn?
Oh yeah, that was the plan. So yeah, we'll be able to get something sorted out for that. Hang on, what day is that one going to be?
That would be 2 weeks from today. So the 11th?
I know that date because that's my last day of school for this year.
Can we get you on that day?
Huh?
Can you join us on the stream, do you think, on that day?
Yeah, I don't think we have big plans. We have plans to meet with some friends, but as we will be meeting with the kids as well, I'm not assuming that we will stay late there.
Yeah. Oh, you taking the kids with you? Okay, gotcha.
Yes. That was pretty funny. We told them in January, I guess, that we will be going to Brittany this summer, and the dude. So those are the parents of a classmate of my oldest son, and they were like, "Okay, Brittany, we always wanted to go there. So where are you going exactly?" And we talked about that, and we were still very euphoric about having booked the trip and all that. And so we kind of made a good advertisement show for for this place. And afterwards, they were like, "Oh Jesus, we have to go there as well." And next day, they sent us a message saying, "Yeah, we booked for the same time period." So apparently, we
Cool.
will be traveling with that family there. They have a house by themselves somewhere else, but in the same city, and yeah, that will be fun.
Cool. But wait, when are you leaving for that?
We will be leaving 25th, I guess.
Okay, so after the stream. Like, I was worried you were leaving like the day that you finished.
No. Why did I start talking about this?
You were talking about seeing friends the night that we were going to do the stream or something, and you were taking the kids with you.
Oh yes, and we are, those are the people we will be seeing in France.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah, regarding Junestealer, I'm a bit sad that I didn't get further with my space cow than I've gotten so far, but yeah, I'm too stuck into details this time. I feel like the last time I was more, yeah, get it done, don't care, don't mind.
Yeah.
And this time it's like, oh yeah, it needs to be perfect, and here details and there. Yeah, it takes longer.
You
So
said that I
literally-
completely abandoned mine.
What? You abandoned your Junestealer thing?
Yeah, because I was trying to do the Benefactors on like a being supported, and everything I had just was the sizing was completely wrong. The Benefactors was too big, but the brain was too small for everything I had. The Walker I was going to have him on was just too small for him.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I just can't do it, and it was just like I've not got all of the time to work on it. So it was just like, okay, I'll just build the Benefactors as it normally is.
Flynnhammer, I think you're forgiven because you're running Junestealer, so you've got other work you can.
Yeah.
I got no excuse.
What are these weird levels on YouTube now? You have to help a boomer here.
You're not a boomer. You're a millennial.
I don't know what I am. But there are crowns and there are levels
it's
now.
It's like some kind of experience thing. I don't even really understand it. Flynn, help a boomer out. Boomer tech support, Flynn.
It's something to do with you get more points if you chat a lot. It's like I think it's like the longer the stream goes, the more points you get. And I think it's like you can get 25 XP for a post for chat, and then you get another 25 XP for the next one and the third one. You get more points. It's just basically they're gamifying engagement.
Engagement, yeah. So Flynnhammer, how many XP do they get if they like and subscribe? Everyone, make sure you've liked.
I don't know. Everyone, try it out and see what you get for doing this XP. See what you get. Do you get more?
Oh,
Do you not? Oh, Simon, you can only get maximum 3 sets of it in a certain period of time.
Oh, damn it.
Why is Simon doing
You've tried to exploit it.
Stop spamming the chat. You're part of the stream.
I think it
Come
is.
on.
You get.
We just have reached. We have reached now 75 XP from 0.
Yeah, because you just typed XP 3 times. Okay, Squid, if you were going for a high school DxD quote, yes, you got. I recognize that. If not,
what?
DxD is the most. It's a really ecchi anime. It's like if Slanesh made an anime, it'd be high school DxD.
Oh. So I was like, should I sculpt more on this model? I'm like, I don't know. I've got some putty on it that I'm happy with, and it's still wet. And literally, I pick up the model, and the first thing I do, I have my finger right in the stuff I'm happy with.
Yes. That's the way you go.
The law of green stuff.
That's the way of pain.
You're right. I see you've chosen the way of pain.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, like, especially when I was sculpting on this dude, on this cow here.
Yeah.
One of the substructures of the hip where I was holding the model to always kept breaking off. And I didn't have super glue on me, so I just always had to apply more heat gun glue. At some point, it almost felt stupid, like, oh, it's broken off again. Yes, because I'm handling my model wrong. Maybe I should stop sculpting at this point.
Did you?
No, of course
course
not,
not.
because the putty was still fresh.
There is one other way you can increase your XP score,
What's that?
Yeah.
and that's by doing super chats. Because I think super chats score are counted separately to the normal chat in the chats.
Unfortunately,
I know
Symbio
this
Joe is
is
not
going to work,
here.
but
He was earlier.
Oh, I missed him.
Yeah.
Thought he was just insulting me on the Discord. Or
Simon, super chats are when you donate.
I know.
did he write super chat?
I know. I might be old, but I've
He's
we
broke.
had
He's
this
old and
we
broke.
had what?
You're old and broke. You spent all your money on your Brittany trip, and now you got no money for super chats.
Exactly.
You, Nick, you summoned the agent of chaos.
Okay, Simon can't tip us himself.
Old and broke is pretty exact.
Oh, great agent of chaos. What do you whisper
What?
to
I don't.
bestow on us
Oh, there
right
he
now?
is. Ooh!
Old and broke.
Do not inspire Symbio Joe to donate more. He's given too much. He's waited far too long for his shirts.
Yep.
He wants the shirt off your back instead now.
What?
He's waited too long for his shirts. He wants your shirt off your back.
Yo, you're joking, but he wanted 2 XL shirts, and I only had 1 XL shirt, and then I realized that I had, because Symbio and Eric Christensen, Metalbeard, they are my 2 greatest patrons of all time. I'm like, they need to get shirts first. So I had I have a package for Metalbeard, and I was like, oh shit. And Metalbeard had 1 XL shirt in his package. I'm like, oh damn it. So I literally had to go into my drawer, take my XL shirt out so that I could give that to Metalbeard, and then give the other one to Symbio Joe so he can have his 2. And then now I need a friggin' admin assistant to help me sell these shirts, because I have not made it happen yet.
Have you seen what Mr. Symbio Joe did?
Thank you, Symbio Joe, for science. You're too kind.
For science.
For science. Let's see how much XP he gets.
He's still on 75. Maybe because he's not been here for a full hour yet.
Can I increase his XP? Do I have control over this? The YouTube gods.
What is the max super... Rachel 990, what is the max super chat 500 USD? Why don't you try and find out?
Got a whale in here.
This is how we get... I told you, Nick, I could gamify this from the beginning before the stream started.
Lord. You gamify this and we get super chats, you're going to need a cut.
I actually have to go. I've got to be up early tomorrow. But it has been fun with you guys today.
Just hard. Sorry, my guard dog is going mad. I didn't realize he was that good of a guard dog. Whip, you're okay. My buddy has just arrived. Oh, hold on. Oh yeah, you have to get up early tomorrow, Flynn, right? Hold on, the door's locked.
That's right.
I think. Okay, so should we call this... Wait, hold on a sec. I'll be right back. Okay, wait. Okay, we're good.
Before we call this...
Let's call it before somebody finds out what the maximum super chat amount is.
There's just one thing I wanted to add, because it has been nagging at the back of my brain, and I just remembered what it was.
What's that?
Because I wanted to tell you, because I thought you might like it. As you might know, there's this dude called Apocrypha Now on Instagram, and he has been posting. His post has become more and more political, and Like he's crossing his political and society observations with his hobby.
Yeah.
And his recent thing was a miniature called Protest 28. He designed with a 3D designer who's called Blightbones.
I've heard of Blightbones, yeah.
And it's basically a protester holding up a sign, and you can paint it out. You can print it out, paint it up, and add to the sign, write on the sign what you like. And
Cool.
I wanted this miniature, and I wanted to print it and paint it and write something on the sign, and then stick it somewhere on the street, making a little street art out of it.
Yeah.
But I don't have a printer. And so what I did was I founded the Protest 28 German block. That's what I call it. So I'm trying to get together German who are having either a printer or want to paint that miniature or want to stick it somewhere in public. And we are now kind of organizing this this little thing. And it's still in the works. No miniature has been placed publicly somewhere yet, but I hope to get a delivery next week. And then I can start painting up some little protesters and see where I can put them. This will be fun. And I thought you might enjoy that.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Thanks, Flynn. You put the link. Ripley, come.
Yeah.
Right.
Ooh, little doggy.
Dog is trying to. And also very excited that my buddy just arrived.
Ah, okay.
Yes. Okay, I think that we should tie it up now. Flynn's got to get up early. Simon, sounds like you had a long day. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to everyone who joined today. Thank you for everyone who commented in the chat. Hope you all got lots of XP. I don't even know, like, do you guys get to keep your XP? I don't. Flynnhammer's number 2. Radon's number 1. Okay, wow. Diana's number 3, which seems fitting. Flynnhammer seems like he's cheating at number 1.
Yes. But in all importance, in honor of Diana being number 3, you've got to like the stream, comment below if you're watching the VOD, ring the bell, subscribe if you haven't, do all of the things.
And okay, we haven't done this in a while, but if you're at the end of the stream, you're watching the VOD, the recording, let us know that you made it to the end of the stream by telling us what you would write on the sign of your Protest 28 miniature. What would you paint?
Oh, that's a good one.
And put that in the chat, and we will know that you made it to the end of the video.
Sweet.
Sound good?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Simon. Thank you, Flynnhammer, for making the time to hang out this evening.
Thank you.
That's all right.
For having us.
Of course. It's been a while. I'm sorry about that, but I'm glad we're back. And I look forward to speaking to you again. I look forward to reviewing the Junestealer stuff in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
So everyone else can look forward to that as well.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right. Well, Simon, good luck with your last 2 weeks of school.
Oh, thank you.
We look forward to celebrating with you when you're done. I will be celebrating tonight with my friend Mark, who just finished teaching today.
Oh. And happy end of everything.
Thank you. I will pass on the well wishes. And I hope that your final 2 weeks is not too exciting, because it sounds like your last few weeks have been too exciting.
Yeah, they were.
Hopefully boring times from here on out. Hopefully a lot of heat cancellations and you guys going home early.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and hopefully everyone stays cool. In general, out in the world.
Definitely.
Cool.
Stay safe.
Yes, stay
Stay
safe. All right. Talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.